What's up, FinTech homies? We're back with episode 6, another deep dive ready to roll.
Awesome.
You guys wanted to explore CASHFLOW Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki,
Oh, yeah.
and we are ready to go. We got the excerpts. I think this one is going to be super interesting.
Really insightful.
Especially all that stuff we talked about before, like financial freedom, building wealth. Remember that.
Absolutely.
Well, this book ties right into all of that.
Very cool.
It's all about how people make money and which ways work best for your goals.
I'm excited.
Kiyosaki has some stories that you will never forget,
That's what I hear.
like pipelines versus buckets.
Can't wait to hear about that.
Are you ready to see what these 4 quadrants are and what they mean for you?
I am. Let's do it.
I know I am.
Great.
Let's bring in our expert to walk us through it.
One thing I really like about CASHFLOW Quadrant is that it really digs into the mindset about making money, not just the how-to stuff.
Not just the steps.
Right. It's all about seeing where you are and where you want to be.
So it's more than just like what's on your business card. It's how you like fundamentally approach this whole making money thing.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, break these 4 quadrants down for me. I got to know.
Well, Kiyosaki, he has these 4 quadrants. The first one, the E, employee, works for somebody else,
Classic employee.
and often likes that security.
Makes sense.
Then there's the S, the self-employed, a small business owner.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
You know, they like to be independent,
Yeah,
love to have control,
total control.
but a lot of times they become the do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah, they get stuck.
Stuck in the business, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the B, the big business owner,
Taking things up a notch.
they build systems,
Yeah, that's the key right there.
they lead people.
Leverage.
Yeah, leverage, exactly. And finally, the I, the investor.
I like that one.
Money makes money.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
I don't think there's any shame in any of the quadrants,
Yeah.
right? We've all been in different ones in different times.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when I first started out, I was definitely in that E quadrant, needed that security like anybody else.
Exactly.
But-
They each have their good things and bad things.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, it's all about seeing which one fits you, your goals, your risk.
Yeah, and Kiyosaki, he didn't start out rich or anything.
Right.
He talks about moving between these quadrants himself, right?
He does.
In his own life.
Oh, yeah. And that makes it more relatable
Totally.
because he talks about the struggles and changing your mind.
Yeah, it's not just theory, it's like
And the good stuff.
real life.
Real life. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that whole mindset thing. Kiyosaki says there's a big difference between how the E's and S's over here on the left side think compared to the B's and A's on the right.
Absolutely.
What's the difference there?
He says the left side is driven by fear a lot. You know, think about it.
Fear.
You're looking for job security. You don't want to lose money. Playing it safe.
So you're kind of reacting to that fear rather than
I think,
being more proactive.
yeah.
But the right side, the B's and Is, they're all about building things and taking risks.
They're comfortable with risk,
Okay.
but not just any risk.
Yeah, calculated.
Calculated risk.
Smart risks.
Yeah.
They know if they want to be free financially,
Yeah.
they got to create stuff that works for them,
Yeah.
even if they're not working.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where that story about his 2 dads comes in.
Oh, yeah. Classic story.
That one stuck with me. What was that about again?
I think it's a great example. So his dad went to school, got a good job.
The classic path.
The classic path. Wanted that steady paycheck more than anything.
Steady Eddie.
Yes, steady Eddie.
But he had money problems.
He struggled. And then you got his rich dad.
The opposite.
He was the entrepreneur, the investor, wasn't afraid to start businesses and make big moves.
So he was not afraid of risk.
You're not afraid of risk.
And guess who ended up wealthy in the end?
Right. It's a good illustration of these 2 different paths
Totally.
laid out in front of you.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why people love this book.
Yeah.
It really lays it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go deeper into that B quadrant.
Sure.
It's all about systems,
Yeah,
right?
nice.
Not just working in your business, but working on the business.
Absolutely.
What does that mean in real life?
So imagine your business is like this machine that makes money.
Cool, like a money-making machine.
The B quadrant is about becoming the one who built that machine, not just a part in it.
Yeah, not just another gear.
Exactly.
You know, I remember when I was first freelancing, working late nights,
Yeah.
I felt like I was in that trap Kiyosaki talks about,
Totally. The owner-operator track.
where you're just stuck doing everything.
You're doing everything. He's got a good story about these 2 water contractors.
I remember that one.
One guy is just, carrying buckets of water back and forth.
Just exhausting.
So much work.
Yeah, just pure manual labor.
Another guy builds a pipeline.
Smart.
No.
He's thinking ahead.
that delivers water even when he's not working.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Okay, so instead of hauling buckets, I need to be building pipelines in my business.
I think so.
How do I do that?
Well, you got to create a model that can be repeated and grow bigger.
Like a blueprint.
A blueprint. You got to write down the process, put a team together, create systems that run without you managing everything.
Now, so I could be sipping a margarita on the beach while my business is thriving?
That's the dream.
That's the life.
That's the life.
But he uses McDonald's as an example, right?
It does.
You might make a better burger, but can you build a better system?
Exactly. You know, a lot of people, especially in the S quadrant,
Oh, yeah.
they're so good at what they do.
They're amazing at their craft.
But they don't know how to build a system to, make it work on its own.
Yeah, and that's why they stay stuck.
And they get frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different set of skills.
Going from S to B, that's a big leap for a lot of people.
It is.
You got to go from doing everything yourself to being a leader, building systems.
Yeah, it's a different mindset. You got to be okay with letting go of some control.
Yeah, delegation is hard.
It is. Turning your skills into something that other people can do.
So even if you're like the most talented person in the world,
Right.
you can hit a ceiling if you don't get those B quadrant principles.
Absolutely. You can be, I don't know, the best baker, writer, consultant, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you haven't built a system,
Yeah.
you'll always be limited.
It all comes back to systems.
It does.
Okay. B quadrant, starting to make sense. Now let's hit that I quadrant, the land of making money work for you.
Right.
This is what a lot of fintech homies want to know about, right?
I think so.
This is the juicy stuff.
Yeah. It's about making your money grow, not just sit there. It's
Mhm.
about going beyond just saving.
Because just saving alone, with inflation and everything,
Oh, yeah.
it can actually make you lose money, right?
Absolutely.
Your money is losing value if it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's shrinking. He says that just saving can make you one of the biggest losers.
Wow.
Yeah. The I quadrant is about making your money make more money.
I like that making money.
Yep.
He talks about those 5 levels of investors, right?
He does.
From the people with like zero financial knowledge to the people who can like,
About to rock money.
like playing a financial video game, like leveling up.
It is.
So explain those levels to me.
Okay, so level 1, those are the people who spend every penny they get. No money left to invest, usually because they don't have good habits with money.
Okay, so they're just stuck in that cycle
It's
of
just spending it all.
spending it all as soon as they get it.
Yep.
Level 2.
Level 2 are the savers. They put money aside.
They're doing the right thing, in quotes, right?
Yeah, they are.
The classic advice.
The classic advice, but they don't realize how much they're losing to inflation.
Yeah, they're actually losing money.
Yep.
Level 3.
Level 3, they're the I'm too busy investors.
Yeah.
They rely a lot on advisors, which can be risky. If you don't do your own homework,
Absolutely.
you got to do your homework.
You can't just blindly trust anyone.
Right.
Okay.
Level 4 are the professional investors.
So they're actively involved.
Oh, yeah, they're learning, they're managing risk, they're constantly getting better.
They're always learning.
Yeah.
Okay, and level 5, the capitalist investors.
Yeah.
That's like the top level, right?
That's the top level.
Like the final boss.
They're on a different level. They're not just investing, they're creating businesses. They know how to use debt to their advantage,
Smart.
making money work for them at a global level.
They're playing a different game altogether.
They are.
Kiyosaki uses real-life examples to explain these levels, which I really like.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Like the story about when he bought his first rental property.
It wasn't always easy for him.
No,
No.
there were bumps in the road.
He's honest about that. Even experienced investors make mistakes. He talks about real estate going up and down.
Yeah.
Even getting caught up in the 2007, 2008 crash.
Oh, wow.
It's a reminder that investing is a journey.
Not a sprint.
Yeah, and you got to learn from those tough times.
Yeah. One of the things that really stood out to me was how he sees capitalism as a game.
I like that.
Who's indebted to whom?
Right. That makes you think.
It's such a thought-provoking question.
Yes.
It makes you see the system in a whole new way.
It challenges what we think we know.
Absolutely.
It really does.
He even says that the house, which most people think of as like the ultimate asset,
Yeah, that's what we're told.
might actually be a liability.
That's controversial.
That's a hot take. We've actually gotten a ton of questions about that from our fintech homies.
I can imagine.
So let's see getting at there.
Well, he's not saying owning a home is a bad thing. His point is a house can cost you a lot of money.
More than you might think.
Yeah, you got the mortgage, taxes, repairs. He wants people to understand the money side of it.
So it's about being aware that a house can actually be a drag on your finances.
It can.
especially if it's stopping you from investing in things that make money. So you got to ask yourself, is this house making me richer, or is it keeping me stuck in debt?
That's a good question to ask.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
So this is making me rethink a lot of stuff.
it should.
How do we escape the rat race
Yeah,
and get on that fast track to freedom?
right.
Kiyosaki lays out 7 steps, right?
7 steps, exactly.
Okay, FinTech homies, break them down for us.
All right, step 1 is mind your own business.
Wait a minute, does that mean I should quit my job and start a company?
Not necessarily.
Okay, because I'm a little confused by that one.
It's more about taking control
Okay,
of your money situation, where it goes.
it's like taking ownership.
Yeah. So you got to track your income, expenses, what you own, what you owe, make a budget, pay down debt, get good habits.
So it's like taking a financial selfie, seeing clearly where you are before you start making a plan.
I like that analogy.
Okay, step 1, check.
Step 2, take control of your cash flow.
Okay, so this is where I start plugging those money leaks,
Yes,
building a strong foundation.
exactly. You got to make a budget that works, manage spending, make sure you're not spending more than you earn.
Living within your means.
You got it.
Okay, step 1 and 2, feeling good. What's next?
Step 3 is know the difference between risk and risky. This is where you build that financial intelligence
Okay,
that he keeps talking about.
so it's not about avoiding risk, it's about understanding it,
Exactly. He
Yeah.
says that not knowing about money, that's the biggest risk.
not being educated.
Yeah. So you got to invest in your financial education so you can make good choices.
Yeah, not just going with your gut.
Yeah, or following the crowd.
Don't follow the herd.
Yeah.
You got to be educated.
You got to know what you're doing.
I love that it's like understanding the game instead
Mhm.
of blindly throwing darts. Step 4.
Step 4 is decide what kind of investor you want to be.
Okay, so now we're getting into strategy.
Yeah.
This is where you figure out what you like, what your plan is.
Yep. He talks about different types of investors, like the problem seekers, the answer seekers, and the advice seekers. It's about knowing yourself and what fits you.
Your strengths.
Right. He thinks problem seekers do better because they're always looking for opportunities.
They're the ones who are being proactive.
Yes.
Instead of waiting for someone to give them the answers.
Exactly.
They're out there like hunting for those opportunities.
Like a financial detective.
I like that. Okay, so we've got our investor type. Step 5.
Step 5 is a big one. Seek mentors.
We talk about this a lot on FinTech Homies. Find people who have done it and learn from them.
Right. It's like having a financial Yoda.
Exactly.
Mentors can give you insights, shortcuts, and support you wouldn't get alone.
Yeah, they've already walked the path, so they can show you the way.
Exactly. They've been there.
But how do we find these mentors? Especially in the finance world, there's so much noise.
It's tricky. He says to look for those who've actually achieved what you want.
Not just talk about it.
Yeah, not just talk a good game.
Okay.
You want someone who actually walks the walk.
They're living proof
Right.
that their methods work,
Yep.
and they actually care about your success.
They want to see you succeed.
They're not just trying to sell you something.
Right, and they're willing to share what they know.
Share their wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, mentors. Got it. Step 6.
Make disappointments your strength.
Oh, that one's a tough one.
It's a good one, though.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
But it's hard. The path to financial freedom, it's not always easy.
It's not. There's going to be setbacks, failures, doubts.
I've definitely had those.
Yeah, me too. Especially in the beginning. You know, it's easy to get discouraged.
When things don't go your way.
Yeah, when it doesn't go as planned. But successful people don't let those things define them.
They use it as fuel.
They use it as fuel. They keep learning.
Okay, so it's about that growth mindset we talk about.
It is.
Challenges are just opportunities to learn.
That's the way to look at it.
Mistakes are lessons.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's the last step?
Last step, step 7, is the power of faith.
That might surprise some people.
It does.
What does faith have to do with money?
Well, he's not talking about religious faith.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like going to church.
It's about believing in yourself.
Okay, self-belief,
Yeah.
believing in your vision, your goals.
And your ability to reach them.
Yeah, no matter what gets in your way.
Yeah, you got to overcome that self-doubt.
Okay, so it's that inner game,
Yeah.
that belief that you can actually do this.
It is.
Okay, it's not just about spreadsheets and numbers. It's about your mind.
Exactly, he says. The path to financial freedom isn't always easy.
It's hard.
It is.
You're going to face obstacles, challenges.
Yeah.
You're going to have doubts. But if you master these 7 steps, we can learn the tools develop the mindset
Right.
to overcome those things and achieve those financial goals.
Absolutely.
Fintech homies, welcome back.
Yeah.
We're still in the cash flow quadrant,
Yeah, loving it.
uncovering those secrets to financial freedom.
Absolutely.
My head is like spinning with ideas after that first part.
Lots of great stuff in there.
So much to think about. But before we move on,
Okay.
I want to address something that's been popping up in the comments.
Yeah.
A lot of people think this book is all about becoming an entrepreneur.
I see that.
Like, quit your job, start a business.
Right. Got to be your own boss.
Yeah, is that the message?
Not exactly.
Sure.
It's more about understanding those different ways to make money
Okay.
and finding the one that works for you.
Your personality, your risk level, all that.
Yeah, all of that. It's not about bashing the E quadrant.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an employee.
Absolutely.
That's your jam.
If that's what you want.
It's about finding what fits you.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's get back to those 7 steps
Right.
to financial freedom.
Right.
We did the first 4 before the break.
We did.
I'm ready for the rest.
Okay.
Let's do it. So we left off at step 4. Decide what kind of investor you want to be.
Yeah, figuring out your style.
Yeah. Step 5 is seek mentors. Find the right people to help you.
We've talked about this before.
You have.
Like, find those who've done it
Right.
and learn from them.
Learn from their mistakes.
It's like having a financial Yoda
I love that.
guiding you.
Yeah,
Mentors can give you that insider knowledge,
absolutely.
the shortcuts,
Yep,
the support you wouldn't get on your own.
you need it.
But finding a good mentor,
It's hard.
it can be tricky, especially with finance. There's so much noise.
Oh, so much.
Everyone's a guru these days.
Yeah, everyone's an expert. So how do you know who's legit?
That's the question.
Kiyosaki says, look for mentors who have actually achieved what you want.
Not just talk about it.
Yeah, like we said, walk the walk, not talk the talk. So look for people who are living the dream.
They're the proof.
Proof that it works. And that they really care about helping you.
They want to see you win.
Not just selling you something.
You're not just a quick buck.
Yeah, you want genuine guidance.
Absolutely.
Okay, so look for those genuine mentors.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to reach out to people you admire.
Yeah, put yourself out there.
Even if they seem out of reach.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know who's willing to help.
Right.
Okay, mentors, check. Step 6 is make disappointments your strength. Oof,
That's a deep one.
this one hits close to home.
Me too.
It's a reminder that this road to financial freedom, it's not always smooth.
It's bumpy.
There can be setbacks, failures, those moments of doubt.
Absolutely.
I've had plenty,
Me too.
especially when I was first starting out.
Yeah, those early days.
So easy to get discouraged.
Oh, yeah, you feel like quitting.
Yeah.
But Kiyosaki says successful people, they don't let those things stop them.
Yeah, they keep going.
They see those setbacks as chances to learn.
Like stepping stones
Yeah.
on the path to success.
Exactly.
So it's all about that growth mindset,
it is.
like we talk about all the time.
Yeah, challenges become opportunities.
I like that.
Mistakes become lessons.
Turning those negatives into positives.
Exactly.
Okay, love that. What's the final step?
The final step, step 7, is the power of faith.
This one's interesting.
It is.
What does faith have to do with money?
Well, it's not about religion.
Okay, good. I was wondering about that.
It's more about believing in yourself.
Oh, self-belief.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Believing in your vision, your ability to reach your goals.
That inner strength.
Yeah, no matter the obstacles.
So it's that inner game.
Yeah, it is.
That unshakable belief that you can do this.
You got it. It's about having a positive mindset, getting rid of self-doubt, and focusing on what you want to create.
Like seeing yourself achieving those goals.
Exactly.
Feeling that success.
Yes.
And letting those good feelings drive your actions.
It's powerful.
I like that. Okay, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
It's not just about the numbers, the strategies.
It's bigger than that.
It's also about mindset, finding mentors,
Right.
embracing those challenges.
And believing you can create the life you want.
Yeah, the whole package.
Yeah.
So Kiyosaki, he's big on this financial literacy thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Huge.
He's hammering that point home throughout the book.
He believes it's the key to escaping the rat race
Yeah.
and creating a life of abundance.
He even says that traditional education, like going to school,
Yeah.
doesn't really teach us what we need to know about money.
Right. The go to school, get a job, save for retirement thing.
The classic plan.
Yeah.
He's saying it's not enough anymore.
Especially now.
You got to take charge of your own financial education.
Absolutely.
Be proactive.
Yes.
Don't wait for someone to tell you the answers.
Right. Seek out the knowledge yourself.
Become a lifelong learner.
That's it.
I like that. But financial literacy can feel really overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out.
They can.
There's so much information.
So much.
Where do you even begin?
He says, start with the basics. Know what an asset is, what a liability is, learn about different ways to invest, understand how cash flow works, make a budget.
So get those fundamentals down.
Yeah, build a solid foundation.
And you can build on that.
Exactly.
He also says to find good sources of information.
Oh, definitely.
Whether it's books, podcasts, courses, mentors.
Right.
It's about being careful.
Curating your education, yeah.
Curating it.
Finding what works for you.
Filtering out the noise.
So much noise.
Yeah.
And this brings us back to his thing about homeownership.
Yeah, that controversial idea.
It is.
We've talked about this before on FinTech Homies.
We have.
It's important to be open-minded here.
Yeah.
Really understand what he's saying.
He's not saying owning a home is bad.
Okay, good.
It's just that a house can be a liability.
Yeah.
If it's eating up all your cash.
And stopping you from investing in other things.
Right. Things that could make you money.
So it's about looking beyond just the emotional side of owning a home.
The American dream.
Yeah. The American dream, and making a smart decision.
A logical decision.
Based on your own situation.
For sure.
Your finances, your goals.
He's pushing us to think for ourselves.
Yeah, challenge those old ways of thinking.
Like question everything.
And make choices that actually help us reach our goals.
Right. He wants us to understand how the system works. Who wins, who loses, and how to make choices that empower us.
Keep us trapped.
Not trapped. So it's about being smart with money, not just being rich.
Financial intelligence, not just financial success.
Exactly. Let's talk about mindset.
Okay, yeah, that's a big one.
It's huge.
He says what we believe about money can either help us or hold us back.
It's all in your head.
Yeah, those beliefs shape our actions,
They do.
our decisions, and what happens in our lives.
Absolutely. If you don't think you can be financially free, you probably won't be.
Yeah, you're self-sabotaging.
Right. It's like having a money thermostat.
I like that.
If it's set to scarcity.
Yeah, you're always going to feel like you don't have enough,
No matter what.
even if you're making a good income.
Right. He talks about the difference between those on the left side of the quadrant.
Employees and self-employed.
Yeah.
Versus the right side, the business owners and investors.
The right side. He says the left side usually focuses on job security, playing it safe, not taking risks.
And the right side is all about building systems, seeing opportunities, taking those calculated risks.
Yeah, they're okay with not knowing for sure what's going to happen.
Comfortable with uncertainty.
They see a chance where others see a problem.
Yeah.
And they're willing to go for it even if they don't know the outcome.
Take action.
That's it.
And this goes back to that story of his two dads.
Oh, yeah, the dads.
It shows how those different mindsets can lead to completely different financial results.
Right. One dad wanted that steady paycheck, but struggled.
Played it safe, but didn't get that financial freedom.
The other dad embraced risk, built businesses, and ended up wealthy.
Two different paths.
Two different paths.
It's a reminder that what we believe about money can really affect our lives.
It impacts everything.
If we want to be financially free, we got to shift our mindset.
Yeah, change those limiting beliefs.
Open up to new possibilities.
He says move from scarcity to abundance.
Get
Believe you can create wealth, attract opportunities, and build the life you want.
So it's not just about the technical stuff, the numbers, the strategies.
It's not.
It's about believing you can actually do it.
You have to believe.
This idea of finding your own fast track.
Yeah, that's powerful.
It's been a recurring theme in this deep dive. It's not about following some preset path. It's about creating a journey that works for you.
Your own path.
Your goals, your values, your dreams.
Kiyosaki says there's no one right way to achieve financial freedom. Each quadrant has different paths. You got to find the one that speaks to you.
So it's about figuring out your strengths, what aligns with your values.
Right.
Creating a plan that feels authentic to you.
Not someone else's definition of success.
Find what makes you tick.
Exactly. He wants people to explore, try different things, see what excites them.
Find that path that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
That feels right.
And that leads to freedom and fulfillment.
Yeah, it's got to be both.
It does. He even suggests a few paths, like buying a franchise or getting into network marketing.
Interesting.
To learn about systems and develop those business skills.
Those can be good options.
They can.
But the main thing is to find what feels right for you.
What fits your skills and interests.
It's about discovering your financial superpower.
Yeah.
And using it to build a life you want. One thing that keeps popping up for me as we talk about this book is debt.
Oh, yeah.
Kiyosaki has some strong opinions about debt.
He does. He says the rich use debt to get richer.
But wait a minute. That goes against everything we've been told.
It does.
Like, avoid debt at all costs.
Right, that's the classic advice.
He's making us rethink everything.
He is. Remember the who is indebted to whom game.
Yeah, powerful concept.
It shows how money really moves in the world. Kiyosaki says most people are on the losing side of this game,
Yeah, stuck in debt.
working to make someone else rich.
He wants us to flip the script.
Yeah, use debt to our advantage.
Okay, so it's not about avoiding debt altogether.
It's not.
It's about being smart enough to use it wisely.
You got to be financially intelligent.
Understand how it works.
Yeah, leverage debt to buy things that make you money, build wealth, but protect yourself at the same time.
That's a whole new way of thinking about debt.
Right.
But it sounds like you need some serious financial know-how to do this right.
Absolutely. He says financial literacy is crucial when it comes to debt. You got to understand those interest rates, cash flow, and how to structure loans to benefit you.
It's not for the faint of heart. Do your research.
For sure.
Understand the risks.
Yeah, don't jump in blindly.
Make those calculated decisions.
That align with your goals.
This brings us back to that core message
Yeah.
of the cash flow quadrant.
What is it?
It's about giving people the power
Empowering them.
to take control of their finances.
Right.
Create a future where they're free.
Financially free.
It's about moving from that place of scarcity and fear
To a place of abundance.
and opportunity.
Kiyosaki challenges us to think differently about money, debt, the whole system.
Well, whether you agree with everything he says,
Right.
it's a book that starts those important conversations
It gets people thinking.
about money.
Absolutely.
And it gives you that push to take action.
It's a call to action.
That's what I love about it.
Me too. It pushes you to question things, challenge the status quo, see money in a new light.
It's mind expanding.
It is.
FinTech homies, we spent this whole episode digging into cash flow quadrant.
Yeah, so much good stuff.
And honestly, I'm like mind blown.
It really makes you think.
We've talked about the 4 quadrants, those different mindsets, those 7 steps to financial freedom.
Powerful stuff.
But the thing that keeps sticking with me is this idea of finding your own financial fast track.
Your own path.
What does that even mean? It's a little vague.
It's about creating a life with money that really fits you, you know?
Okay, so it's more than just becoming a millionaire.
It's about having the freedom to live the way you want.
Without money being the thing that holds you back.
Exactly.
Kiyosaki talks about escaping the rat race, right?
Yep, that feeling of being stuck, working for money, paying bills, never really getting ahead.
That's the trap.
Yeah. He says true financial freedom is about having choices. Doing what you want, when you want, without money stress.
That's the dream. But how do we even figure out what our fast track is? There's so much advice out there, it's overwhelming.
It starts with knowing yourself. Ask yourself, what do I care about? What's important to me? What are my goals? What kind of life do I want to live?
It's like creating a financial vision board.
I love that.
Getting clear on what we want, not what society tells us we should want.
Yeah, what's truly important to you. Once you have that vision, you can start mapping out your fast track.
Okay, so like, which quadrants feel right?
Yeah, which ones fit your personality?
What skills do I need? What can I do right now to start moving in that direction?
Those are the questions.
In FinTech homies, remember, this is a journey, not a race. Your fast track doesn't have to be perfect from the start.
It can change.
Yeah, it can evolve as you learn and grow as your priorities change.
Be open to trying new things, exploring different paths, and don't be afraid to adjust your course.
I love that. One of the things that I find so empowering about Cash Flow Quadrant
Yeah,
is that anyone can achieve financial freedom,
absolutely.
no matter where they come from or what their situation is right now.
It doesn't matter your background.
It's about the choices you make from here on out.
Kiyosaki says it's not about luck or being privileged. It's about mindset, learning, and taking action.
He believes that knowing about money, financial literacy is the key.
It levels the playing field
It gives everyone the chance to break free from those limiting beliefs.
and create a better future.
He gives us a roadmap, those 7 steps we talked about. Remember, it all starts with minding your own business.
Taking control of your money.
Yeah, building that solid foundation.
Understanding where it goes, how it works. Then you build your financial intelligence, figure out your investing style, find mentors, and don't let setbacks stop you.
He encourages us to think like entrepreneurs.
Always be looking for opportunities.
Be willing to take risks, smart risks. He reminds us that real wealth often comes from building businesses.
Investing wisely, leveraging systems.
And maybe the most important thing,
Mm.
he makes us think differently about money.
Debt, the whole system.
FinTech homies, we've covered so much in this deep dive.
So much.
The 4 quadrants, the 7 steps, finding your fast track, mindset, financial literacy.
We even talked about homeownership and debt.
I'm walking away with a whole new perspective.
Me too. It's powerful stuff.
And this is just the beginning. There's so much more in this book, CASHFLOW Quadrant and beyond.
Keep learning.
We encourage you to check out the book for yourself.
See what speaks to you.
Start applying these principles to your own life. Kiyosaki's challenge to all of us is, what does your fast track look like?
What can you do today to move towards that freedom you want?
FinTech homies, we hope this deep dive has sparked something in you,
Inspired you.
giving you the courage to take control of your financial future.
Remember, you're not alone in this. We're here with you.
We love exploring these ideas with you,
Diving deep into this world of finance.
helping you make sense of it all. If you like this episode, hit that thumbs up.
Subscribe to FinTech Homies for more.
We've got new episodes every week, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.
Thanks for being here, FinTech Homies.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep hustling towards that financial freedom. You got this.